Hi, Danielle.
Hello.
How are you today?
I am doing fabulous. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. And hello to everyone that's tuning in and watching this chat. My name is Sabrina Myers, and I'm from Hot Hospitality Exchange. And on today's video podcast episode and chat, we are talking to Danielle, who is a fellow event, travel, everything prof that I've known for, gosh, I want to say like 2015. We met at IMEX Americas. And we were introduced by a colleague that we have, a mutual colleague who we are
Fun
both
time.
all still in touch with. And Danielle is a force of nature. She is probably the one other person that I know that travels so much, and she's traveled to so many amazing countries in the world. And she's an inspiration. I love following her online on all her social media platforms. But I'm going to hand it over to her now so that she can give you a little introduction to who she is, what she does, where she's based, and what the situation is right now for her. So over to you, Danielle.
Thank you, Sabrina. So my name is Danielle Washington. I am the CEO and founder of Rogue Experiences, and we are a travel company that focuses on intimate luxury experiences for the busy and overworked woman of color who is ready for a break and looking for some time to take care of herself. Essentially, think about it as a retreat, a self-care retreat without being stuck in a room. That's what I like to consider it.
Nice.
My background doesn't show where I really am because I am in San Francisco Bay Area. You would think I would live next to the water, but no, I don't, because it's expensive. But I need to feel like I'm on vacation. So
Absolutely.
I am in the Bay Area, and I am actually sheltered in. We've been in lockdown officially in the Bay Area since March 17th, but I actually was on lockdown probably since the end of March. No, end of February, beginning of March. So it's been over a month, and I'm with my two parents. I take care of my two elderly parents, and so that is interesting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can imagine. And
Yes.
how have you set yourself up? Do you have a space that you can work from? Are you sticking to your usual kind of working hours? How is it right now for you?
So I already was working remotely, but I like to work from cafes. And so what I did, I have two rooms which are both a hot mess, which is why you're not really seeing the real look.
Yeah.
It's like that's no one's ready for that. But I essentially used a bar stool as a makeshift desk
Right.
that I can shift to other rooms. So if I want to be in front of the window, if I want to be doing videos, if I want to be somewhere else, I have this makeshift desk, and I have this like, little stand that holds up my computer. And so it kind of works. I live in
Nice.
the Tim
So you
Gun
can
make
kind
it
of
work
move around
world.
wherever you feel the need to move around.
Yeah, when you have two elderly parents, you kind of, control the control of life. And so it's like, oh, you want this room and you're going to be blasting TV because you can't hear. Oh, I'm going to move over to this location.
Exactly. So what are your three daily essentials that are, that's in your day to day now?
So I would say my three daily essentials, and they were in my day already, but I think they're even more important now, is
Mm-hmm.
every morning, the first thing I do is meditate. That's just key. So I meditate between 30 to 60 minutes.
Wow.
And then I give myself grace to
Mm-hmm.
know that, what I get done in the day is what I get done in the day, and to stop. I think oftentimes when you're working remotely, when you talk about hours, I
Yeah.
don't set hours. So I kind of just work, work, work.
Yeah.
I've literally been known to work from 7 a.m. in the morning till like 9, 10 o'clock at night without stopping. So especially now I'm learning to remind myself to stop.
Mm-hmm.
And then dance breaks. I love taking a moment and just dancing it out, getting away from my computer. And then I come back and get back to work. It helps me be more creative.
I love that. I've not heard of that, and I think I'm going to start doing that too. I love that. Great. So dance breaks, nice. And have you come to any kind of realization about yourself in this time that you've, a little over a month now that you've been in lockdown?
Yeah, so for me, again, I've been working remotely, but what I was doing was going to cafes. I realized I need to be outdoors in nature. Like, I just need to hear the birds. I need to see people. I need that connection. So I miss working in a cafe where I have a beautiful view.
Yeah.
So I sometimes will just work from Zoom and, oh, the view is beautiful.
I love that. Yeah, absolutely. And what are you doing from a wellness perspective, both mentally and physically? Obviously, you meditate every morning. Is there anything else that you're sort of doing?
So yeah, I just finished a 7-day online self-care summit for my audience, which
Fantastic.
poured everyone, I had like 14 women coming in and talking to the audience, and it poured into me just as much as them. And so that has been really helpful.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I've been doing is taking online yoga classes with my yoga studio at home. So I've
Nice.
been actually seeing my local yoga teachers in online. So it just kind of makes me feel like I'm back in the studio without really being there.
And it's so amazing that I've heard so many or seen examples of that happening all over the world. And I think it's so amazing that the yoga teachers and the gym instructors and the private trainers, they were all starting to kind of pivot and go virtual and still be able to provide that personal service to all their clients. So that's been really fantastic from a wellness perspective for us as well, that they're still doing that, and for them, you know.
Yeah, and it's nice to
So
see the actual person that you're normally used to seeing.
yeah,
So it's not like some random person you're seeing on YouTube and like, oh, I don't know them. So
yes,
it's really nice.
exactly. And so, can you give us any recommendations of anyone that you're following, or anything you've maybe started reading, or anything that's kind of been bringing you some positivity and some joy in the last few days?
Yeah, so I follow a life coach. Her name is Precious Bivens,
Mm-hmm.
aka affectionately known as Coach P, who is amazing. I highly recommend her. She has a Facebook group called the MASH Collective, and every morning she pours in and just gives this motivational kind of talk. And it's like she's a kind of get your life, and like I feel like she's one of those people who will snatch a weave and get you right and mentally all at the same time. So
Yeah.
she's just amazing. So I listen to her every morning, just kind of getting her morning talk. And then the 10% Happier app, which
Yeah.
is amazing. They have good talks on that one. And then I just started following this DJ on SoundCloud called Jashjay.
Okay.
So yeah, dancing,
Fantastic.
meditating, talks, and being mindful. So that's kind
That's
of
some
been what I've
brilliant
been doing.
tips. I'm actually going to write that all down, and I'm gonna go check that all out. So I did see your live where you had with Precious,
Yes.
and I was watching it for the first half, and yeah, it was amazing. And so I have been looking her up. So it's great to kind of get different tips from global Eventprofs, because that's something obviously we don't have here in Europe, and so it's so nice to be able to get new resources almost to tap into. So obviously, we are living our lives online. We are consuming content right now at a ridiculous pace. Are you practicing some kind or version of digital detox?
I am. I think that to be able to continue to work on a higher level and just be on a higher level, you can't get sucked into the vortex. And so what I've been doing is I've been watching to be smart enough to know what I need to know,
Mm-hmm.
but like, getting off quickly, because it's so easy to be sucked into the social media feeds of people just talking about it. So I figure out what I need to know and get off and kind of stick to happier things.
Absolutely, completely agree. It can be a real vortex as you describe it. That's the perfect word for it. So now for a little bit of future positive thinking. Once this whole lockdown is over, where is the first place that you are going to go as soon as you can leave your house, leave your apartment, and go somewhere in San Francisco? Where are you going to go?
I mean, obviously, it's clear it's going to a beach. If you can't figure out by the background, I love going to a beach. I prefer a warm beach, but yes, it's a beach. Yes.
Got it. Perfect. And is there a favorite beach you have in the Bay Area?
Favorite beach. I have a favorite beach cove, and it's one of those things where I actually have no clue what it's called. Because I live, again, in the Bay Area. You drive down Highway 1, and there's several different beaches in that area. And so I know if I turn a certain way, it's near this cafe that I really like, and this is beach that I really like to go to. And it usually there's not that many people, and I like beaches that are kind of more secluded. So
Oh,
that's where I
absolutely.
like to go. They're like going to Baker Beach.
Baker Beach. Okay. And once we can all travel again and hop on a plane, where is the first place that you want to go?
So it depends on when we're able to go. So, as you know, travel is all about timing. So I'm not going to the Greek islands in December.
True.
But if everything works out well, I would love to redo the trip that I missed. I had to cancel a trip to Seychelles due to Corona. So, and Seychelles been on my #1 list. So I think that's where I'll head up.
Fantastic. And last question, any words of advice for all of us event profs, travel profs, hotel profs that are all sort of in this situation at the moment?
Think outside the box. I mean, I think, when we start looking outside the box and being creative, there's ways to travel. Like I've been talking about so many different ways to travel throughout my group. There's different ways to do events. Like when you're able to think outside the box, it gives you many more options and you aren't stuck in like, oh, this is the end of the world. It's the end of events. It's the end of travel. It's not. We're just in travel hibernation. That's all. We're hibernating.
I like that. Travel hibernation. I'm going to use that. That's brilliant. Thank you so much, Danielle. It's always such a pleasure chatting with you, catching up with you. We definitely have to catch up more often. That's for sure.
Yes, we need to actually catch up in person.
Absolutely. That's going to happen, I promise. We will make sure that happens.
Online.
Obviously, stay tuned. I will put all of Danielle's details in the information so you can follow her around the world and all the amazing things that she's doing for Rogue Experiences. Thank you again, Danielle. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I'm Sabrina Myers, Hot Hospitality Exchange. The Eventprofs Together at Home series continues, and we're trying to basically bring event profs and travel profs and hotel profs from all around the world, bit by bit, to your screen. So stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.